My sister is the absolute shit, and I love and support her in every single way. Also, if I had a real problem with her, don't you think I'd call her up or go see her? Do you really think that I would block her on a social platform? Come on, people. So, no. Spears sisters are fine. I did not block her. Someone with way too much time on their hands. A little sure I did, I guess. Love my sis and love her post. So why would I block a good follow?
Hi friends, how are you guys today? I hope you're all having an amazing day so far. If you're not having an amazing day, I really hope that your day gets better from here on out. My name is Shanda and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about Jamie Lynn Spears and her speaking out about her sister and her conservatorship. So Jamie Lynn has decided to upload a video to her Instagram talking about her sister's conservatorship. Now we're going to go through this video and react to it, and I am going to also tell you guys and show you guys exactly why you should not trust Jamie Lynn or trust anything that she says. Now, after that, we also are going to go through Kevin Federline's statement. He did release a statement through his attorney about Britney and her conservatorship, so we are going to go through that statement as well. So why don't you guys sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Okay guys, so as you all know, Britney has been trapped in this nightmare called a conservatorship for 13 years now. And during that entire 13 years, her sister Jamie Lynn has never once showed any ounce of support towards her sister in any way. If anything, she showed the complete opposite of that she supports her sister. Well, on June 23rd, Britney spoke up in court and completely unleashed the Kraken and crushed these evil people who have been enslaving and exploiting her. Now, in her 23-minute testimony, she did say that she would actually like to sue her family. Well, after all of this, Jamie Lynn has been receiving a lot of hate and backlash for not supporting her sister and enabling this conservatorship. There's also a petition going around to Netflix to fire Jamie Lynn from her Netflix show, which is called like Magnolias or something like that. So I will of course leave that petition linked below in the description box if you guys want to sign that. But with all of this media coverage and the entire Free Britney movement and all the backlash that Jamie Lynn has been receiving, she finally spoke up and said something. So we are going to listen to what she has to say.
Hey everybody, I just want to take a second to address a few things. The only reason I haven't before is because I felt like until my sister was able to speak for herself and say what she felt she needed to say publicly, that it wasn't my place and it wasn't the right thing to do. But now that she's very clearly spoken and said what she needed to say, I feel like I can follow her lead and say what I feel I need to say. I think it's extremely clear that since the day I was born, I've only loved, adored, and supported my sister. I mean, this is my freaking big sister before any of this bullshit.
Actually, Jamie Lynn, it has not always been clear. Like, it hasn't ever been clear to me anyways. And for you to call this bullshit, I don't think it's just bullshit. It's some pretty serious stuff here. Let's continue.
I don't care if she wants to run away to a rainforest and have a zillion babies in the middle of nowhere, or if she wants to come back and dominate the world the way she has so many times before. Because I have nothing to gain or lose either way. This situation does not affect me either way because I am only her sister who is only concerned about her happiness.
Hang on, so this does not affect her either way. So her sister being enslaved does not affect her. Her sister not being allowed to spend her own money doesn't affect her. Her sister not being allowed to get married or have kids or even go to the store or ride in the car with her boyfriend if she wants to. Her sister not being able to do anything, that doesn't affect her at all. Okay, that's kind of disgusting and not a really good look, Jamie Lynn, and it doesn't really help your cause.
I've made a very conscious choice in my life to only participate in her life as her sister, as an aunt to those boys.
I'm sorry, you guys. Was that supposed to be some kind of fake tear happening there on cue? She isn't that good of an actress because everybody can see right through her crap.
Maybe I didn't support her the way the public would like me to, with a hashtag on a public platform, but I can assure you that I've supported my sister long before there was a hashtag, and I'll support her long after. Note that.
What is this extreme defensiveness we have going on right now? Like, why does she always seem to, like, seem so evil and mean and cold-hearted? Like, she just does not sound like a nice person at all.
I mean, I've worked since I was 9 years old. I've paid my own freaking bills since I was 10 years old.
I just want to say that you should be thanking your sister for you ever even being able to work or pay your own bills by the time you were 10, because if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't have got any acting jobs. Nobody would even know who you are. So, why don't you note that?
Not that I owe the public anything, because my sister knows I love and support her. That's the only person I owe anything to. I'm not my family. I am my own person. I'm speaking for myself.
I'm sorry, is this her trying to create space between her and her family? Because I'm going to show you guys here in a few minutes how she is exactly like her family. And regardless, Britney said she wanted to sue her entire family. She did not say that she wanted to sue her entire family except her sister.
I'm so proud of her for using her voice. I'm so proud of her for requesting new counsel like I told her to do many years ago. Oh, not on a big public platform, but just in a personal conversation between two sisters. So I'm very proud that she's taken that step.
Okay, what is this? Is this Jamie trying to act as if Britney had a choice in the matter to hire her own counsel or her own lawyer? Is this Jamie trying to say, well, I told her to hire her own counsel a long time ago and she didn't listen to me, so I'm happy she finally listened to me? Britney has tried several times to get her own attorney and they would not let her. She got her own lawyer and they kicked him out of the courtroom saying that she wasn't able to hire her own attorney and she had to use the court-appointed attorney. Not only that, the attorney tried to take this case to the federal level, saying that her rights have been violated because she couldn't have her own lawyer, and they also said no. And so it's not like she just hasn't been trying to get her own lawyer. They would not let her. So it's not like you can just say, oh, well, she didn't listen to me, so I'm scot-free. No. Now, just for the sake of argument, here is a voicemail of Britney trying to get her own attorney way back when this all first started.
Hi, my name's Britney Spears. I called you earlier, but I'm calling again because I just wanted to make sure during the process of ending the conservatorship that my father has threatened me several times that, he'll take my children away. I just want to be guaranteed that everything will be fine with the process of you guys taking care of everything and things just being the same as far as my custodial time. That's it. Bye.
So don't act like she just didn't want to get her own attorney, Jamie Lynn. Let's continue.
If ending the conservatorship, if flying to Mars or whatever the hell else she wants to do to be happy, I support that 100% because I support my sister. I love my sister, always have, always will, as long as she's happy.
I'm sorry, you guys, but why is Jamie Lynn constantly sitting here and throwing these little jabs and these little darts at Britney while still saying how much she loves and supports her? Like earlier she said, I don't care if she wants to live in the rainforest and have a zillion babies. Now she's saying if ending the conservatorship or flying to Mars or whatever she wants to do, it makes her happy, I support that. Like, why does she keep emphasizing all of these crazy dreams, like, with ending the conservatorship? Like, it's almost as if she's trying to quietly say to Britney that ending the conservatorship is a huge dream that's never going to happen, or she's quietly trying to say that Britney is crazy and her wanting to just have a zillion babies and live in the rainforest and fly to Mars because she's just cuckoo like that. That is what she sounds like she's quietly trying to say. It's just It's so disgusting all around. Shame on you, Jamie Lynn.
So, let's keep praying. That's all.
But let's go ahead and talk about Jamie Lynn's husband, who's also named Jamie, like her father. Let's talk about her husband and the statement he made as well. Okay, now this is Jamie Lynn's husband, Jamie, and he says, quote, "I can assure you her family loves her and wants the best for her." He also says, quote, "I wouldn't be around people who weren't. Who wouldn't want to be in support of Britney?" This just seems desperate, like he is just grasping at straws, and I'm sure he would say anything to support Jamie Lynn and protect that money that he probably has also been living off of for the past, well, 2014 is when he married Jamie Lynn. So I'm sure he would say anything, and he probably just should have kept his mouth shut, because with all of the information that there is that's out there, and Britney finally speaking her truth, do you really think the world is going to just listen to this guy and be like, well, he said that he can assure us that her family loves her, so we are assured and we're gonna listen to this guy? No. Or do you think like he's gonna be like, well, I wouldn't be around people who wouldn't? Who are you, dude? Like, we don't know. I mean, come on. I think people are going to believe Britney over this guy. But moving on. Okay, so if you guys have been following the Free Britney movement for a while, you will know that the mastermind behind this entire nightmare, this entire thing, is a woman named Lou M. Taylor. Now, this woman is a disgusting, horrible excuse for a godly woman. She literally just makes me sick, and I will detail everything about her in my Free Britney series that I'm doing, but basically this woman tried to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship also, and let's all remember that when she first started trying to insinuate herself into Britney's life, Britney was afraid of her, and Britney said that Lou was actually stalking her, and here is an email that Britney sent to her then lawyer about Lou M. Taylor. She said, "There's a crazy lady, Lou Taylor, that has been sending stuff to my house. How did she get my address, and why can't you stop her? I don't know her. She is a stalker. She is really terrifying me and my babies. If she knows where I live, then she can just show up here. She sent me a pink hat, and she is writing letters like she is my mother. She has been stalking me since Malibu, and it needs to be stopped because I don't have security, and Sam refuses to stay over every night because he has 1,000 dogs to go feed, and I have my babies in London, and she keeps saying I am possessed and that she needs to come and kill these spirits. I am asking you for help, please. This gated community cannot or will not keep stalker mail from reaching my front door. The maid let the FedEx guy in, and that's how this hat got here. We told her 1,000,000 times to leave me alone, and now she is saying she is going to visit my drunk effing father in Kentwood. I don't care about him, but she could easily find my mother and hurt her. What am I supposed to do when Sam is not here? I am scared. Can you call him and tell him how important it is? And it feels like no one's listening to me. She sent me pictures of her and a man and butterflies, and it's really crazy. Do you care if I am dead? Because I cannot sign your checks if I am." So we can clearly see that Britney does not want Lou anywhere around her or her family, but Lou still somehow slithered her way into the Spears family's lives and was soon representing Jamie Lynn Spears and Lynn, her mother, as well. So real quick, let's read this message from a confidential source. Now this is about Lou, and this person is saying how Lou purposely wanted to put Britney into this conservatorship and used her father to do so. So let's read that really quick. Lou totally brainwashed Jamie. She convinced him a conservatorship was the only way to go, and of course he went along with it when he heard about the financial control it would give him. But Lou didn't have Jamie in mind as a conservator at the beginning. She considered suggesting Larry Rudolph, but she was afraid he would abuse the power. With Jamie, Lou thought she would have someone who was naive enough that she could continue to influence him and therefore continue to have a direct influence on Britney's life and career for years to come. So you can see that this lady is just a complete snake. Now, Lynn even says in her book, Through the Storm, that quiet plans to put Britney in this nightmare were in place for 6 weeks. And no one in Britney's family warned her. Not one person warned her at all. So, okay, basically Lou M. Taylor is the mastermind behind all of this, and she needs to be completely prosecuted, as well as Britney's father. So now that we have established exactly who Lou M. Taylor is, let's go ahead and talk about her relationship with Jamie Lynn. So Jamie and Lou M. Taylor are thick as thieves. They are, like, Lou is like a second mother to Jamie. So please tell me why she is so close to the woman who purposely put her sister, who she loves and supports so much, into this nightmare. Why would she be so close to her? And I said this before in part 1 of my Britney series, but if Britney was this afraid of this woman, and this woman said that she was going to go visit her family, I guarantee that Britney told her family about this woman and warned her family about this woman. And then her family still let this woman in, and with open arms, and she started representing Jamie Lynn, and so there's no way they just didn't know. So let's go ahead and look at some of Jamie Lynn's Instagram posts, shall we? Now look, here is a picture of Jamie Lynn and Lou M. Taylor. Oh, here's another picture of Jamie Lynn and Lou and Jamie the father. Oh, and another picture. And here's a picture at Jamie Lynn's wedding. And here is Lou commenting on Jamie Lynn's wedding. Love you all, what a day it was. And here is a post on Jamie Lynn's Instagram about Lou. Let's read it. I've been telling y'all for 14 years, she's the best. So I'm happy she is getting the recognition she more than deserves. Most of you will never know the unbelievable things this woman does. Yeah, exactly. I bet they wouldn't believe. The unbelievable things this woman does and has done for so many without hesitation or being paid a dime. Oh, please. She's always going to do what she feels is the right thing to do, and they don't give awards for that, but they should. And she said, oh, love you. The Billboard Women in Music, whatever, 2019. Gross. Okay, so here is somebody saying to Jamie Lynn, fear of losing your allowance. And Jamie replies, haha, nice try, but I never been paid a dime from my sister. That is her hard-earned money, and I am not entitled to a cent of it. I would not spend money I did not earn. Really? Well, we have detailed flight logs showing that you do spend Britney's money, and Britney pays for your flights all the time. So you have spent her money. Stop saying that you haven't. And it looks here that she flies Southwest Airlines quite a few times, which I think is pretty funny because Jamie Lynn has a tweet from a while back that says if you can't fly private, then fly Southwest. Hashtag my fave. Hashtag truth. Which probably is the only true thing she's ever said because she does fly Southwest quite a lot. So what a coinky-dink is that? Another thing that I want to talk about is in 2018, Jamie Lynn was secretly and quietly named the trustee of one of Britney's largest accounts. Now this account reportedly has $600 million in assets in it, and this account was set aside in 2004. Britney made it, and it was set aside for her and her boys. Now, why was Jamie Lynn's name on the trustee of this account? Because she has absolutely no qualifications for an estate this size whatsoever. But nonetheless, Jamie Lynn was named as the trustee of this account, and here are some court documents showing that. Here we can see the court documents that the petitioner Jamie Lynn Spears, and she is the trustee of this trust, and this trust is Britney Jean Spears Trust that she created July 26, 2004. And then right here it says the First Amendment names Jamie Lynn Spears as the trustee of this trust. And then down here at the bottom it says this petition, if granted, will allow petitioner in her capacity as a trustee of this trust to establish one or more blocked account. And here is just a court document, and this is verification. I, Jamie Lynn Spears, am the petitioner in this matter, and everything's true, blah blah blah. So this is just a little more just to show you guys. And finally we get to this paper. Now this page is very important because this is an application to move that money in that trust. Now where does she want to move it to? Right here, it's Stonebridge Wealth Management. That's where Jamie Lynn wants to move this. Now whose company is Stonebridge Wealth Management? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am glad you asked. It is Lou M. Taylor's company. What a coinky dink. Now the public did end up finding out about this, that Jamie Lynn was trying to move Britney's money around. Now I don't know if it was like the public pressure or if Britney found out and told her to back off. I don't know what it was, but all of a sudden Jamie Lynn withdrew as the trustee. So she withdrew her petition to move the money, and she also withdrew herself as the trustee of this account. So it looks to me like something scared her back a little bit, or she just decided, oh, people know about this, I'm not doing this. I don't know, but nonetheless she did back off. Okay, so back to Jamie Lynn not supporting Britney. So Jamie was getting a lot of backlash and heat and people asking her why she is not supporting Britney. So she put out this tweet and explained why. Now she says, I would never speak out just to clarify things to the public. When the person it pertains to does not want that to happen, I'd rather take all the hate than speak about someone else's personal matter that they want to keep private. That is what Jamie Lynn said, which, if it was true, that would be a good reason, but it is not true. Britney has been making it abundantly clear for years through her attorney that she wants to keep everything public, and she wants the public to be able to know everything about this. Like, they have tried to make this court matter completely private to where no one can get the court documents, and Britney has fought it every single time. In this court document right here, you can see it says Britney welcomes and appreciates the informed support of her many fans. Although the sealing motion is supposedly for her, quote, protection, Britney herself is opposed to the effort by her father to keep her legal struggle hidden away in the closet as a family secret. So Britney wants us to know all of this all along, but her sister is trying to keep it quiet and keep it a hush-hush secret, and furthering enabling this conservatorship and not helping Britney at all.
And I would honestly like to sue my family, to be totally honest with you. I also would like to be able to share my story with the world and what they did to me, instead of it being a hush-hush secret to benefit all of them.
But wait, Jamie Lynn said she didn't want to speak out about someone else, but hang on then. Why did she go talk to Lance Bass about it? I guess it's okay for her to speak about it as long as it's in favor of Team Conservator. Lance Bass says he's spoken to Jamie Lynn Spears about her sister Britney's legal battle.
It's not fair they're telling me lies about me openly. Even my family, they do interviews to anyone they want on news stations. My own family doing interviews and talking about the situation and making me feel so stupid, and I can't say one thing.
But after talking with Britney's sister Jamie Lynn, he is more aware of the singer's situation, and he said, quote, I have talked to Jamie Lynn recently, which is why I feel so much better about this situation. They aren't as worried as we are. People have no idea what's really going on. So we just have to trust that the loved ones around her are doing the right thing. The one thing that I do know is I know Jamie Lynn. If Jamie is okay with everything going on, I feel like she really has her sister's back during all of this. So I trust her to give us the real information, end quote. Really? So why is it okay for her to speak to Lance Bass about it, but she won't speak to the public about it because she doesn't want to say anything about Britney if Britney doesn't want her to? Why? So I think we can all see so far that Jamie Lynn is not on Britney's side. She does not support her. She does not have her back. And she is enabling the enslavement of her own sister for her own profit and her own benefit. Now, just to get a little bit better of a look of who Jamie Lynn really is, let's talk about one more thing. So back in the winter, Jamie Lynn was hyping everyone up for this Zoey 101 reboot. Zoey 101 was a show on Nickelodeon that Jamie Lynn was the star of, and she was saying that there was supposed to be this big reboot, and a lot of fans were paying like for these VIP package things, and they were supposed to receive like a special download of the song before anyone else, and like they were supposed to get like a Q&A with Jamie Lynn or whatever, and it didn't happen. They all got scammed pretty much. Like the Q&A was not a Q&A, and Jamie Lynn just like got on a live and started talking about a couple comments or something. It wasn't a Q&A like they thought, and the song wasn't given to the fans until 12 days after the event, when it was already on Spotify for everybody else to have. So when the fans contacted Jamie Lynn and they were upset about this, she basically just shifted blame and said, it's not my fault, it's so-and-so's fault, it's the other people's fault, but no refunds. I mean, it was a big mess. So recently the entire cast of Zoey 101 has been coming out and speaking out against Jamie Lynn. Now here is this Instagram post. Apparently, Jamie's been pushing for a reboot of just her and her kid. First of all, cast's reaction and obvious distancing makes sense now. She used them and had no intentions of actually including them. Secondly, what has Maddie got to do with the show? And like 60% of Zoey 101 fans hate her daughter, which is wrong, but I digress. Now, they hate her daughter because the show ended because Jamie Lynn got pregnant with her daughter, and that's why the show ended. Anyway, Jamie Lynn is just like her mom and nasty father, gearing up to exploit her daughter now. Ouch. Do you guys remember that really cringe Zoey 101 reboot music video that they did? It was so cringe, but there was a bunch of like influencers and TikTokers in that video, and everyone was like, oh, okay, that's cool, but why is there all these TikTokers and influencers in it? What do they have to do with the show? Well, Jamie Lynn did this interview.
Lynn's 12-year-old daughter. Maddie's in the video, and it was the best day of her life. She's basically best friends with all the major influencers now.
Does your sister make a surprise appearance?
No, she doesn't. She was busy having a nice little vacation. Maddie's a big enough star. There wasn't a lot of room to, have anyone else.
And this one.
Maddie will get to see you for a full-fledged reboot of Zoey 101.
That's the plan. So, maybe she could play, like Zoe when she was younger or something. But yeah, the plan is a reboot.
So that Instagram post makes a lot of sense now. Basically, Jamie Lynn never had any intentions of including the original cast in the Zoey 101 reboot at all. She just used them to hype all of this up for like a reboot and get everybody excited. And it was supposed to just be a show of her and her daughter. Like, wow. How dirty is that? That is some schemy ass shit. She is just like her father. Alright, so bottom line, you guys, I think Jamie Lynn was trying to save her ass with that video that she put out, but she just did a really shitty job of it, and even everything she said was like really crappy delivered, and it was just shitty, and it's not fooling anyone, and it's just not a good look. She should have just kept her mouth shut. So moving on, Kevin Federline has spoken out, and he did release a statement about all of this through his attorney, Mark Kaplan. Now, Mark says, if bringing the conservatorship to an end is what is best for Britney, Kevin supports her being able to do that. He supports her having the best environment for her to live in and for his children to visit their mother in. Kevin feels that the best thing for his children is for their mother to be happy and healthy, and if she can do that without a conservatorship, that is terrific. Kevin just hopes that everything goes well. His lawyer then goes on to say that Kevin has been mostly steering clear of the conservatorship proceedings and is invested in the best results for their children. He wants her to be a happy person because that would make her a happy mother, and obviously I think one of the takeaways we could all hear from her comment is that she is under a tremendous amount of pressure. If she is able to handle herself in a way that does not jeopardize herself or her children should they be in her custody, Kevin is very comfortable with the conservatorship being dissolved. Mark then said, "Keep in mind, when the conservatorship was placed over Britney, the kids were toddlers. Now we are talking about two healthy, intelligent young boys who are 14 and 15, and they can pretty much judge for themselves whether things are going down that they don't like or what to change. And most importantly, they're able to express themselves to Kevin and to Britney. So that's an extra layer of protection that didn't exist when the conservatorship was first placed." He also added that there is a restraining order in place that does not allow Jamie Spears, Britney's dad, to see the boys. Kevin has been a constant supporter of Britney. He hopes for Britney that she is able to enjoy her life in a safe and healthy way, and he looks forward to being able to enjoy the benefits of being able to co-parent two teenage children. So it looks like Kevin is in support of Britney. He definitely supports Britney and supports the conservatorship ending. I'm sure he is sick of this as well. He is probably sick of Britney's father. I think he would be, especially after Britney's father hurt her boys and he had to get a restraining order put on him. So I'm sure he's ready for this to end as well. And it seems like he's excited to co-parent with Britney without all this crap. And that would be really exciting as well. I'm really excited for her. I hope that gets to happen. But I'm glad that Kevin is in support of her. Definitely don't trust anything Jamie Lynn says. She is not in support of her sister. She is in support of Team Conservatorship. And I will link that petition down below as well if you guys want to sign that. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys really like this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps and I will really appreciate it. And if you guys could comment as well, that would help so much as well, and it'll help push this video through the algorithm, and it'll also help me get to my goal of being monetized so I can create better content for you guys and better quality content for you guys, and I would love that so much. That is a dream of mine. So if you guys could like this video or comment or share it or anything, I would appreciate it so much. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. You know you want to. I would love to have you guys in the family. And until next time, you guys, in a world where you can be anything, please be kind to each other. Bye guys.